from then on, people were just ruthless. Like, no one, there was no regard for feelings.
Oh, I think you, Laurence.
Me, on the contrary. Nonsense. I practiced intermittent fasting. I was like, oh, no problem. You know, Jess was sort of there like a beach whale, like, give me a grain, any grain.
Hi there, my name is Tinuke.
Hi, I'm Jess.
Hey, I'm Ren.
Hi, I'm Laurence, and we're playing Most Likely To with Cosmo.
Don't forget to subscribe for more like this.
Ren, it's gotta be
possible,
you.
Uncle disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been me.
What, do you think it was you as well?
I think it was.
I think it was Shy as well. Was
Shy
quite
is a
close.
strong
Show's up
contender.
there.
Yeah.
But I think you might beat Shy to the post.
Does he have spreadsheets though? That's the question.
This is
Yeah.
it.
So I've seen all the seasons multiple times, and in the hope that I would one day go on, even though I didn't know it was going to come to the UK, I would I'd write down the challenges and see which elements were most often used. Like knot tying is really popular, or like untying, for example. Swimming sometimes comes up a lot. Puzzles, huge, almost a puzzle in every like challenge towards the end. Also looking at like success of when you throw a challenge to try and vote someone out. It's actually not that often that you end up voting out the person that you think you were going to when you go to tribal, so never throw a challenge. Moral of that story.
Big moral.
Wow. Well, Nathan was pretty prepared, wasn't he? But then you done a lot.
Yeah,
of,
you did a lot of.
I
Prep.
did a lot of
Lot of prep.
intentional prep.
Yeah.
We didn't have much time.
I
We had
didn't.
two- I had 2 weeks.
I had 2
But
weeks.
I also had 2 weeks,
Oh.
but I was like on the off chance that I get cast. I can't risk that. So
Well,
2 months before I tried to teach myself how to swim. It did not go that well, I'll be honest.
I did a few extra gym classes, but other than that, I just turned up.
Perfect.
I did.
That's great.
Yeah. I mean, I
I don't think I did either. I think I just turned up.
But you're very. You've
You're
done a lot of
athletic.
like.
Yeah, but it wasn't like
Adventuring.
just specific. Oh, actually, do you know what? I did go and live in the woods on my own for 4 days.
I 3D printed a whole bunch of puzzles, so like the most famous Survivor puzzles I 3D printed and would practice doing them, so it's just like...
Keen
so
bean.
cool.
Yeah, and I've got them at home if you guys want to
so
test them out.
What one?
Traumatized.
So there's like a lot of the 3D ones I wanted to work on because you don't get to practice 3D puzzles regularly, so that was a skill I wanted to have down for my tribe.
That is so
Yeah.
organised. Wow.
And then I did the swimming, didn't go super well. One thing I wish I'd worked harder on was working on finding things. I should have got like a Where's Wally book.
Yeah.
That was a
Well,
weak point for
Things
me.
only, yeah, they only come to you when they want to be found.
Yes, yes, they do. And it did not come
Small
to me.
coming up. Yeah.
You did a lot of
Yeah,
dancing.
we did limbo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a lot of dancing. I even did some juggling.
Yoga lessons in
We
the
did
morning.
yoga on the beat.
We,
I did make a hula hoop at one point, which was quite fun. Yeah,
We had good bedtime stories.
we did
were
have
giggling
good
away.
bedtime stories.
Good bedtime stories.
I think that's
I mean, it's got to be me. You don't understand hairbrush, moisturiser, eye cream, mascara, lipstick,
yeah.
Extensive.
like shampoo, conditioner. I mean, just
Flip flops.
there was flip flops.
That was my thing. You had flip flops.
You didn't bring
Yeah.
flip-flops?
I
Not
needed
everyone
flip
knows.
flops. I didn't
So
even know I
easy.
needed it
So
so
easy.
badly.
No.
We didn't
No
know.
trench foot.
There were
No
too many
trench foot.
things.
Well, Jess, I saw your face crinkle various times in contortions. You didn't know who to go for, and
Yeah.
And also I'm very gullible. Very gullible.
Great for this game.
And I just, there was a lot of confusion for me at those tribal councils,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I just kind of never really knew what was going on. Just sometimes I'd leave camp, right, on my way to tribal council. I'd think I knew the plan, and then
Yeah.
I'd get there, and then people are saying things to Joel, and I'm like, I missed the memo. I didn't get the memo, so I'm like, what's everyone doing? Like, everyone's suddenly. So I think if you're left out of conversations,
Yeah. Don't know what's going on.
you don't know what's going on. Yeah.
I think The first tribal, a lot of people were like, "Ooh, I don't know which way I'm gonna go." But from then on, people were just ruthless. Like no one, there was no regard for feelings. Everyone was just ready to get rid of someone, and that was that. Yeah.
Oh, I think you, Laurence.
Me, on the contrary. Nonsense. I practice intermittent fasting. I was like, oh, no problem. You know, Jess was sort of there like a beach bear, like, give me a grain, any grain. You know, I'll eat spiders now.
You said you would give it someone 10 grand.
10 grand.
10 grand for.
I found that really hard, and you were a professional faster.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No, Laurence said that he had fasted many times, like you'd practiced that before.
Even on the airplane, going there, when the handler I was with was very concerned about me. So they thought, what's wrong with you?
Oh.
You've gone 36 hours trip.
We were just so starving.
We were bonded by trauma.
By hunger.
Yeah, we didn't have that experience.
Suffering.
Yeah.
We did.
Suffering.
And it really did bond us, because I've never been so hungry in my life. It's all we thought about, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just.
It was all we thought about.
Yeah. We were united by the hunger.
Yeah, we were.
I know
the
this
first
one.
person to go, wasn't it?
Oh,
Richard.
Really?
Yeah,
He was an
snored.
earthquake.
He
Yeah.
snored a lot.
Richard and Shy snored a lot. I was
Oh, yes.
often next to him quite a lot. There was a lot of snoring.
Oh, Peg was solid. He does have 30 years of chefing experience, to be fair.
You were the cook on our.
Well, I was just about to say, I think that you had your ratios right. Nathan thought
It's a shame
he
about the
was
sand I
good.
kept pouring in.
yeah.
Nathan.
Nathan thought he was good,
Yeah.
but do you remember when he made that really salty
Too
one?
much salt. With too much sea salt.
Wait,
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
used sea salt in the rice just because we needed a little bit of flavour, but
That was delicious. I
Yeah,
cannot
it
get over
was.
how delicious those rice and beans were. Like
Delicious.
first thing I had as soon as I left is
more rice and
Are you
beans.
joking?
rice and beans. I guess in practical terms you could talk about space distribution. on
Nathan
bed.
broke the shelter
snoring.
a lot.
Doug did
Big
raise
yes.
our shelter
All Nathan had to
too.
do was sit on the shelter and it would snap, and it happened like 3 times
on the first night.
on the first night, and then everywhere he sat, we were all like, whoa, like, don't sit down, and he'd be like, so I suppose he was kind of annoying to live with.
You're gonna love this.
Yeah.
Well deserved.
I like living with you, Laurence.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, you
I
brightened
was
it
gonna
up.
point back
You
to
brightened it up.
these two, but
Yeah, you made me laugh so much the whole time.
I feel that was definitely me.
Yeah, that was definitely.
I stepped. This was actually not even in it, but as soon as I arrived in Dominican Republic, I stepped on a sea urchin immediately.
I think Lee was
I was
pretty
going to say
competitive.
Lee has to be
Yeah,
well
yeah,
up
yeah.
there.
I would hazard you too, but you were sort of driven, and you just see.
Yeah.
And like, of course, the focus of the first sort of immunity challenge is sort of seeing Nathan and Shy, but when I was next to T, and you just saw this sort of
Went in the zone.
fury, this sort of in the zone, like, you know, I would rather my arms get dislocated than let go. And I saw that determination. I was very impressed. And I was like, as long as I'm not the first to let go.
Yeah, you were quite chilled up there.
Yeah.
I was trying to be, but
When
inside it
you're
was like,
jujitsu.
ow, my hands. My pinky hurts. So yeah, it wasn't great.
I will say Lee.
Oh, Lee, yeah, he was
huge motivator.
yeah.
He like
Yeah.
took on that role. Was like, this
Very
is what I want to be
seriously.
to the tribe.
Yeah,
I want to
yeah,
like
yeah.
support everyone. and-
Champ talk.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
El
Yeah,
Champo.
he did have good
course.
team spirit, actually.
Yeah. In the early days, we were all just very. We just
Wanted
wanted to
to-
win.
we just wanted to win. We were a
as
team. Yeah, yeah.
I think especially Calaton, because I
Had
think
lost so much.
there were some very competitive. We're like, all right, well, we're just gonna slowly knock off, but let's enjoy the ride, you know, rice and beans, going bananas, and whereas I think because they had such a great time, life was good, all the fruits, bananas, vegetables, etc., that they once things got a bit spicy, did sort of turn on
Yeah.
each other. There was a lot
Yeah,
of
you guys did.
heat.
I thought it was all happy go days over there. But
There
it
was turning on each other before we even went to like tribal council.
Yeah.
People were not happy.
I actually would do it again
Yeah.
because I
Okay.
really
You
faced
did.
so many
Yeah.
fears,
It was pretty incredible.
and it
Yeah.
really, I mean, I was so pushed so far out of my comfort zone. I want to give it another go.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it took me a while to like settle in.
Yeah,
And now I know.
and
Now I know.
now you're ready. Yeah.
But you know, I think it's a bit like running a marathon where you run it the whole way through, like, this is awful, like, oh, I can't wait for this to end. And as soon as it's over, you quickly forget the nasty bits. You're like, oh, I can do that again,
that's
easy
so
peasy.
true. Yeah,
I
that's so
found
true.
it really life-changing.
Yeah.
I really did. I found a confidence that I've not had for years.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
nice.
and it is. I just was so insecure before I went on there. To be on national TV with no makeup, you don't understand
Yeah, that was a good
how.
thing.
I know it's a bit vain and but that is just an insecurity of mine. So that was like a challenge in itself.
Yeah, you go, girl.
Yeah.
Love that.
So proud of myself.
I would do it again in a heartbeat. Yeah, it was like so up my alley. Everything I loved, all in one go, and
You took to
I
it
loved it. I
like
like
a duck
loved
to
it
water.
so much. I would do it again. Yeah.
I would pack my bags tomorrow if I could. Like, I had such a good time. I didn't even like get like even when we were grumpy. Like, I wasn't grumpy. I was like a little bit smiley. Like, I would go back in a nanosecond.
I think, you know, on the one hand, I had everything I needed from that experience, but I think I could be easily sort of tickled into doing it again, ultimately.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.